everybody, Jason here, and it has been a minute, but I am back again here today for another installment of Ghostbusters News Fan Mail. If you can't tell, I'm a little excited for it. Now, before we get into today's unboxings, as always, I want to give you a heads up. If you happen to have anything you would like to send in to the Ghostbusters News headquarters to get featured here, we've got a mailing address down below in this video's description. Now, with that said, let's get to today's unboxings. Or should I say unbaggings, because the first piece of fan mail here, it is an envelope. And this was sent in by Jesse at Terradogs Incorporated. Right now, you're taking a look at their Instagram page, and they make some pretty awesome stuff. In fact, I'm pretty sure that, today I actually received some of that awesome stuff. We're gonna take a look at that here in a second. But first, we got a letter. And in this letter, Jesse says they're a huge fan of Ghostbusters News. Thank you so much. As well as just Ghostbusters in general. And hopefully you are. And hopefully, if you're watching this, you're also a fan of Ghostbusters, because if you're not, I don't know why you'd be watching this. Inside, we should have some real Ghostbusters vinyl stickers, as well as a piece of custom art of a melting mini puff that is said to be made of acrylic, fine ink, and paper. Okay, yeah, this is actually pretty sweet here. Check this out. We got this happy, wide-eyed rendition of a mini puff, and I love this texture effect that's on here, as it really gives off the sense of melted marshmallow. I am totally going to need to go out and grab like a little 4x6 frame and put this on display here in the collection room. This is great. Now, also from Terradogs Inc., they also sent along these Spectral Real Ghostbusters vinyl stickers. And of course, they're comprised of 4 different stickers. First up, the mouth of the Ghostbusters, Dr. Pete Venkman. From there, we got the brains, Dr. Egon Spengler. The Everyman, my personal favorite and yours, Winston Zeddemore. And finally, Dr. Ray Stantz, the Heart. Not too sure if these are still on sale, but regardless, you're certainly going to want to check out Terradogs Inc. once again over on Instagram. Okay, so coming up next here, we've got another piece of fan mail from Chad Weaver. And inside of here, we got some fan art, it looks like, as well as the note. Let's get to the note, the letter first. It reads, "Dear Jason, greetings from Texas. I just moved into my new house and your content has kept me going. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me informed about all things Ghostbusters. I've included a drawing of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Signed, Chad Weaver." Let's take a look here, and that is so adorable. We just received some mini puffed art. Now we have Stay Puft art. And Chad, you totally nailed Stay Puft's likeness here. I love those big, round, chubby cheeks. Those brows combined with that smile. He's just giving off this really fun, sinister vibe. Now up next, I've got a couple of patches to share that were made by ruckustees.com. And if you're an avid watcher of Ghostbusters News here on YouTube, or you check out our website, no doubt you are already familiar with Ruckus Tees. As over the years, we featured tons of their designs and creations, including most recently a pin set inspired by the video game Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. And in addition to those, Ruckus Tees is also very fan-oriented, meaning if you are a Ghostbusters fan franchise and you've got a kind of unique logo that you would like to be turned into a patch, well, they offer that service. And these were sent in by request by Arkham Ghostbusters member Ivan Ronald Shablowski, and both feature quite the spin on the iconic No Ghost logo. On the left, we've got one featuring Cthulhu, and then on the right, one that's fused with Star Wars. Seriously, these are really cool. I've received a lot of patches over the years, but 2 of my favorites right here. And it doesn't stop there, because in addition to those 2, I also received this one from the Virginia Ghostbusters. And you know, anytime I can add a patch into my collection that's rocking that Ghostbusters 2 style design, I am all for it. So to the Arkham Ghostbusters, Virginia Ghostbusters, and Ruckus Tees, thank you so much for these. Now we've got one more package to take a look at today, and this is from Crystal in Nashville, Tennessee. And there is no note inside, apparently. Just an envelope full of goodies, and I'm not gonna argue with that. Oh god, Oh! Alright, I know exactly who Crystal is. She messaged Ghostbusters News through Facebook, and she heads up Generic Crystal Designs. In fact, you're taking a look at that Facebook page right now. And they do custom work for patches, pins, coins. And inside of here, it looks like we've got some patches and pins to take a look at. And this one, I immediately recognize the design of it. It is for, well, Tobin's Spirit Guide, but in particular, it is one of the designs that appears in Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. This is one of those patches you can unlock and then put on your in-game character model, and that kind of just adds to the coolness factor because, you know, it's a patch in a video game, but now it's a real patch in real life, and yeah. There's also this one here for all you would-be Ray's Occult patrons. It says Certified NYC on it. And again, much like that Tobin Spirit Guide patch, this is another that comes from Spirits Unleashed. And lastly, at least when it comes to the patches, check out this really funky neon design. It is of a Florida Ghostbusters logo, and it is giving me flashbacks to the old Ghostbusters Universal Florida stage show. In fact, talking about Universal Florida, I can't think of a better segue to start talking about these pins here, in particular this one right here, as it pays homage to the paranormal shop that used to be found at Universal. It's got that baby blue and pink combination, RGB Egon Spengler, anyone? And then the entrance to that shop, it has been paired with the icon ghost Moogly. And keeping with that retro vibe, I know any real Ghostbusters fan that grew up in the 80s or early 90s, you're gonna recognize this one. As this pin, it tackles the no ghost sign that was attached to Kenner's Real Ghostbusters Firehouse playset. It is such a simple concept, but it is so effective and it looks so good, especially with that shine, that sheen that's coming off of it. Yet somehow, that one right there, it is still not my favorite pin that we're taking a look at today, because that title, it is reserved for this one. Taking it back to 2021 with the soft relaunch of High C Ecto Cooler, it is that bottle commemorated, immortalized in shiny metallic pin form. It's got the green Ecto Cooler, the orange cap. You can see the tangerines, the oranges there, and of course, finishing it off, the disgusting green slime ball, Slimer. I mean, I guess I am wearing a Slimer shirt, so those patches, these pins, they were made by Generic Crystal Designs. As I already mentioned, if you'd like to see what they're cooking up, we got their Facebook link and it is down below in this video's description. Now again, a huge thank you goes out to everyone that was featured on this installment of Ghostbusters News Fan Mail, and if you have anything you'd like to send in to the Ghostbusters News headquarters, we got that mailing address, and yes, it is down below in this video's description. With that said, that's all I've got for you for this one. As always, subscribe. If you'd like to join up with Ghostbusters News, check out our Patreon page. A link to that is also down below, and we'll see you right back here next time.